Talk about McMillan coming in that spot, obviously with I believe the bases loaded, and I know he had not been maybe as under control as he wanted to in his last appearance, but they really came in and shut it down.
Yeah, I got all the confidence in the world. We really do. And John, he got power stuff, and that's the kind of stuff that can play in that situation. And he doesn't have to be so fine, to get a pop up or ground ball or swing and a miss. And really good to see him come in and command the fastball.
What was your advice to him during that moment, just coming in with the bases loaded?
Just execute. I mean, that's really all you can do. And I wish I had some more than that, but that's about it.
You tack on two more there in the eighth with Ryan whenever you have him pinch hit. What's it been like seeing how well he's been hitting so far this year?
It was really tough not to play him. I mean, really, today going into the game, really wanted to get back a start because he played good on Saturday, and Grant obviously played good on Sunday, and Tanner's coming on, and it's really tough. I mean, but really having him over there as a pinch hitter also is a pretty good weapon, especially the matchup we had. Really liked it, and I know sometimes young guys might not understand that, but really it was a really good matchup for Ryan, and he cashed in, and it's a big hit. I mean, that's a big deal when the wind's blowing. It's a big deal if it's not. I mean, instead of a 3-run game, it's a 5-run game.
What do you like most about Grant playing in center? I know obviously Gardner spent the majority last year there, if not the whole year.
We like all of them. I mean, we like Tanner and Grant out there. Grant's, he's a guy though that can apply some pressure with his legs, and so obviously he can run some balls down the gap. And seems like he's transitioning to playing out there pretty well. And I mean, it's one of those deals where he's hit, and so you go find him a place to stand, and that's kind of we just wanted to try it with him out there in center. And I mean, Tanner made part of play of the day on the pop up there in the ninth. I mean, he made it look kind of easy, but believe me, it wasn't easy. I mean, we had one an inning before or 2 innings before in the infield and didn't catch it. So great play.
Y'all's perspective, just with all the wind out there, I mean, it kind of got progressively worse throughout it.
Yeah, they're a really good hitting team, so when the wind starts blowing out like that, you kind of hope your pitchers stay down on the zone, and they did today and did a really good job of pitching around them and kind of getting those guys to hit ground balls and stuff. And you kind of have to adjust a little bit and know that your outfielders are really deep, and you're going after balls into the outfield too.
You caught that one that went out opposite field. Did you just feel like kind of if y'all lifted it up towards the left field wall, it was just going to kind of sail with the way the wind was blowing? Yeah, right when I hit that, I kind of knew it was probably got a chance just because it got up there and a little bit of a jet stream going out that way. New Mexico's obviously a team that, I mean, no matter if you're playing them in the midweek, whether it was last year in the regular season, they were in y'all's regional. I mean, usually they can put up runs and nobody to overlook. But with what you guys have coming this weekend, 3 top 25 teams, I think most of them are even around the top 15. What do you just think about being able to execute and get it done in a Tuesday game, especially after coming off a 4-game set?
I think it was really good. I think it showed that our young guys are ready to go, and everybody was looking forward to playing this game and not looking ahead to what we have this weekend. And now we can focus on Friday and get ready for that one.
Parker comes in, I think it was 8th inning, and I guess he came in the 7th, but that 8th inning, bases get loaded. John McMillan gets that strikeout and that final out. What did you think about how he was able to pitch in that spot?
I think that helped his confidence a lot. After he had a tough outing against Cal, and I think that helped him really kind of bounce back, and he looked a lot better and pretty calm up there, so that's always good to have.
He seems to have some heat. I think he had touched 96 at one point, and just from facing him, I'm sure, back in the fall, what works best for him whenever he's up there?
I think when he's relaxed and he doesn't try to overthrow it. He knows he can throw that hard, and if he just relaxes and kind of just lets it go and doesn't really worry about what he's putting up on the gun, he's a lot better than when he's trying to go blow it past people.
Connor, what did you kind of see from John as he came in there in the 8th and was able to shut things down and obviously take it to the end there in the ninth as well?
Yeah, he did a good job. He has a big arm, really good stuff. Do a lot of strikes, and he's going to be a tough guy to hit if he's throwing strikes. I thought he did really good.
How do you kind of feel like you're just fitting in at Tech so far? Getting in the groove?
I mean, I like it. It's been fun. It's a pretty easy place or it has been for me to come in and, play like it a lot. It's been good.
Over the first couple of weeks, like what's the biggest takeaway that you've had just from being around the team? I mean, I know you've probably been with them in the fall and whatnot, but just now that you've been getting into the season.
Just a laid back group of guys. It's been like, easy to get along with. Just go out there and play, and it's been fun.
You feel like you've been kind of seeing the ball. Seems like you're really feeling it here, starting early.
Yeah, I feel good. I feel like I'm seeing the ball fine. And a few at bats I'd probably like to have back, but I think I'm seeing it good.
New Mexico's a team that, I mean, I don't know how much you kept up with Tech just before you came here, but they always can put up runs. They just always seem to give Tech a really good fight. What do you think about just the guys kind of being able to, especially there, get down two zip and then score, 5 unanswered through the third, get another 2 in the 8th after I think it was Ryan Long and knocked in a couple more just to kind of put them away and take care of business before what you have coming up this weekend?
Yeah, it's good. I mean, they're a team that can hit. I knew that. And it's tough. The wind was blowing pretty hard today. It's tough. But, your pitchers came in, did good after scored those first 2 runs and got a lead and went from there.